Okay, when it comes to the whole reverse engineering of the process, right? Rare cases where you actually get involved, where you get to read the script or get to see footage and all of that. So if even you guys are shooting in the dark up to a certain extent, then how exactly what's the science, right? The method behind अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि ये इस फिल्म का ऑडियंस है और इस ऑडियंस को एक्साइट करनी है, इस ऑडियंस को पता चले कि ये फिल्म आ रही है इस डेट पे एंड दिस इज व्हाट इट्स ऑल अबाउट.
I'll be honest with you, लास्ट टाइम मैंने स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी थी 1941 में, ठीक है, लेकिन स्क्रिप्ट
Which script was it?
आई थिंक इट वाज चेन्नई एक्सप्रेस.
You got to read that.
Yeah, I got to read Dilwale also. So, and certain directors understand this, that even the marketing person, the digital person and the PR person are very much a part of the filmmaking process. So Rohit Shetty did that with us, whether it was Chennai Express or whether it was Dilwale, and I'm sure he's continued that process. I've not worked with him after that, but ऐसा नहीं है कि जो आपकी स्क्रिप्ट है वही आपका एंड प्रोडक्ट होने वाला है. So you have to decide at what phase and stage of the movie you gotta get involved in. I've done Pushpa Part 1. I know Part 1 and Part 2 story because it was decided much later in the making of the film कि 2 पार्ट में बनेगी ये मूवी. तो मुझे पता है अब उन्होंने क्या मॉडिफाई किया होगा वो मेकर्स पे डिपेंड करता है ना. कीपिंग द current times in mind, keeping the box office collection, they're aiming, they want to do better in life. There is competitiveness within like the moment you become a franchise, you're competing with your first film. So it modifies. So for teams like me or GT or anybody who's handling marketing needs to be involved at the right kind of placement of the film, where you kind of sure of where the film is taking direction, what shape is the film taking. And your producer and your director have to have that clarity with you. This is the direction we're taking. The only thing that I feel that is lacking in a scenario like this, हमें बोला जाता है आप ये कर दो, हमसे डिस्कशन नहीं होती. बिकॉज हम लोग जब उसी स्टेज पे या उसके थोड़े टाइम बाद ये बोलना चाहेंगे कि ये रियलिस्टिकली पॉसिबल है और ये पॉसिबल नहीं है, then it comes to make it happen, and that make it happen is not necessarily organic or it fits into what you're trying to build.
Also, producers are sometimes given bad advice or actors are given bad advice, and the only request that we have is that at least ask us, because we understand long-term damage better than anybody else, because we are constantly in touch with the audiences. We know the pulse. We know what people are thinking on any given day. This country, we are not one country. I mean, today people in Tamil Nadu think very differently from people in Telangana, from Karnataka. People in Gujarat think very differently from people in Rajasthan. And our job is to constantly sort of get that feedback. And that is where we sort of come in quite handy, sitting and saying that, just think about this. It may look like a good idea on paper, but you may not want to sort of go ahead with this. But again, we are not that, like I said, blind, and we're not that much shooting in the dark also. We are aware of what's going on to a large degree.
Yeah.
We have the advantage of sort of knowing things and watching things before anybody else does. I get to see a lot of movies before they even come out, while they're being edited and everything. So, and our feedback is taken. Not all of it, but some of it is taken to a degree. And generally, in my experience, whenever we've given that feedback, it's actually helped the movie. In movies where I think they've kept us in the dark, the box office has been quite evident by sitting and saying, okay, this is not going to work.
Interesting. Now, you spoke about the ill advice that's often given. The other thing that really becomes a factor behind a lot of decisions, which I'm pretty sure you'll both endorse, have zero impact on the box office, is the insecurities of actors, of filmmakers, right? Where they, of course, I mean, they are brands in their own right. And one film of theirs that doesn't do well really does chip off on the brand that they are. अब इस सिनेरियो में क्या होता है जहाँ मतलब बहुत सारे एक्टर्स होते हैं या फिल्म मेकर्स होते हैं जो चाहते हैं कि एक सर्टेन हाइप, एक होपला क्रिएट किया जाए irrespective of whether the merits of the film warrant it or not, right? अब इसके क्या साइड इफेक्ट्स हैं या इससे मतलब does that keep them paranoid and want them to connect with the audience and do things right, Or does this make them do some very stupid things?
See, I mean, you're dealing with humans. People make mistakes and everything. I don't think they're paranoid and everything. You're making it sound like a end of the world kind of a situation. I don't think people are paranoid. Mistakes happen. I don't think they happen intentionally, largely. But I mean, sometimes people do end up doing stuff which they shouldn't in that sense. Mandavi had one actor who jumped into the crowd and injured somebody. I don't know how you dealt with that one. Did you tell him not to jump?
Yeah.
And I'm assuming after that he chose to
Not jump.
I told him not to jump before also.
आपको
He
उछल
still
कूद
jumped.
नहीं करनी चाहिए is what Mandavi said.
He still jumped. In Hindi.
interesting.
No, here's the thing. Both me and GT, हम लोग pre-warnings इसलिए देते हैं क्योंकि like you were discussing कि हमें पहले सब कुछ information मिलता है कि नहीं मिलता है, even if we're representing an individual. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि उनके managers जो process में है conversation के या फिर process में है signing of a movie or signing of a brand हमें immediately चीज़ें बता देंगे. They'll also take up permissions in the process and the time and everything. But we are constantly keeping ourselves evolved with information, and it's not just limited to politics or current affairs or just geographical, the way the country is working. We're keeping ourselves involved at a global level purely because everything impacts us. Elon Musk sitting and having a Thanksgiving dinner with Trump impacts us in ways our clients might not understand it. But just that taking a picture and putting it up there and writing something which you do not agree with might just get you questioned for why did you go on a rampant about Black Lives Matter and all of that when you're not even concerned about your own people.
Oh, that was funny.
It was a lot of funny.
But no, but they also, I mean, some of the mistakes are quite harmless. I remember we had gone as a part of a promotional thing to a Gujarati restaurant, and the actor in question kept sitting and saying dal bati churma, and I had to tell him, I said, भाई वो राजस्थान में होता है, ये गुजरात में आप रेस्टोरेंट में आए हुए, दाल बाटी चूरमा यहाँ पे नहीं आएगा. But that again, like I said, unintentional.
It's not cute.
Okay, coming to the airport looks and the gym looks and all of that, right? Kya impact, kya relevance? It's been a while. I mean, earlier everyone would have thought fad hai, aayega, chale jayega. It's lasted significantly. What's the play?
Yeah.
Kyun karte ho?
In all fairness, I mean, people are consuming it. I am not a fan of it. I am tired of seeing people at airport looks and gym looks and this and that. But people are clicking. लोग click करते हैं, लोग बनाएंगे. जिस दिन click करना बंद कर देंगे, खत्म हो जाएगा.
नहीं करते हैं गौतम, लोग बनाते नहीं है, उन्हें बुलाया जाता है.
No, I'll tell you this. This is a very tier 1 thinking. The fact is that in tier 2 and tier 3, this gets consumed.
Massively.
Yeah.
And we don't even realize it.
In a lot of the consumption of digital right now is happening in regional languages, in Hindi. It's happening in smaller towns. One of the biggest impact of digital India has been that people have access to Wi-Fi at a very cheaper cost, and phones are available in every household now. So people are consuming it. So it's a bit unfair of me to sit and say कि ये सब बंद करना चाहिए, but जब तक consumption है तब तक क्यों बंद करें?
Consumption है वो ठीक है, but इस consumption का impact क्या है? What are the results?
See, there are two kinds of people out there. One, like when somebody is saying कि मुझे पैप होना है, मुझे करना है, I want to ask them, are you looking for a career impact or you're looking to be seen? दो चीज़ें हैं ना, एक तो है आपको और काम चाहिए और दूसरा है कि you just want to be seen. Sometimes they feel that being out of sight and out of mind sort of a zone will happen. ज़रूरी नहीं है. A lot of artists are there who are constantly working and they kind of make it, but it's tougher right now with the social media and everything.
Yeah,
so
there's a lot of clutter for sure.
A lot of clutter. So some people just want to be seen.
I mean, the
That's
difference
the end
being
goal.
Successful in being famous, right?
Hence we have an Ori, hence we have an Urfi. And they're flourishing for whatever time period they're going to flourish.
But I think whatever Ori and Urfi are doing is working for them.
Yeah,
right.
100%
And kudos to them.
about that.
Kudos to them for pulling off what they have been able to in that sense. But like I said, if it works for you, it works for you.
Yeah.
But let's, you mentioned
I don't understand gyms or salons, which is why I'm against it. I've never been to either one of them in my life.
Fair. But
That's true. I've never been to a
Gautam,
gym.
you had half an hour of makeup
Handle
happening
very
before this.
manicured.
Okay, I'll flip to the other end of the spectrum from Ori and Urfi, right? I mean, one anomaly that really fascinates me, so to say, officially doesn't exist on the social media, and officially, doesn't do individual PR. Man called Ranbir Kapoor, right?
What did you just say? Do you want to agree with it? Okay.
Uh,
Yeah,
Officially, not on the social media, right? I mean,
I know.
enough time since
his wife said he's on social media.
I know we live in India, but I'm going to plead the fifth on this one.
Yeah, me too. I'm just going to say Alia said it in an interview. He is on social media.
He is on the social media, probably checking out what's happening, not putting stuff out.
So
there,
technically he's there.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you know what I mean, right?
No, I don't know
not
what you mean.
projecting
What do you
information
mean?
about his films or about himself through the digital media.
Akshay, social media is not the only thing. There are
Yeah.
other digital tools available. You conveniently keep skipping out on WhatsApp
your
also.
photos.
WhatsApp also is there. I mean, it's not like it does not exist. Fact is, I don't know of any actor who's not on social media in one form or the other. They may choose not to be public on it.
Yeah.
But I honestly don't know anybody who's not there. And I'll tell you this much. I think actors like Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, Salman Khan, all of these actors who are putting themselves out there on social media, they are fundamentally doing it for one reason, which is to connect with their fans. And I give them full marks for pulling this off and for doing this.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of an actor sitting and saying, I'm there but not there in everything, or I don't believe in this, or I believe in this.
The first time SRK made his Instagram account, he forgot the password. He wasn't interested at all. But it's just the second time he said, you know what? Okay, fine. If I made the account, and then I need to do right by it, because look at the amount of people who are following me, and see the beauty about all of these people. And we keep saying, na, abhi stars nahi hai, pehle stars the, and all that. Value of people and people love in return is something that they understand very well.
And they live for it.
Yeah.
I can tell you, and I've seen, I can give you 100 examples, but I don't want to sort of embarrass anybody, because our actors also have a habit of sort of not talking about the good that they do. The fact is, Shah Rukh Khan and Akshay Kumar, I can vouch for personally, the amount of stuff they do for their fans is immense.
Immense.
Apart from that, they don't even talk about the charitable stuff that they do. You have no idea how much money these guys are spending right now to do good in the country. I know of 10 things that have happened during COVID, which, like I said, I have nothing but deep admiration for these two.
And it's great that they're not talking about it the way anybody else would.
Dignified thing to do.
Very dignified thing.
No, but most of your A-listers are very dignified. If you attack them, they maintain a dignified silence. If they do good, they maintain a dignified silence in that sense. And the only thing that they'll do is come out where they can connect with their fans. Otherwise, there's no fundamental reason for these actors to be out there on social media. It's an effort for them.
Beautiful to see how they navigate. See, they're human beings at the end of the day. It's not like they must be not getting impacted by anything that is untoward towards them. But look at it from this point of view. 5 times SRK has been written off and said, ab to nahi, ab to khatam.
Really?
All of that 5 times. And every time a new star kid was being launched or some new, person has come in the industry.
4 or 5 would been announced as the next Shah Rukh Khan.
Exactly. You're still trying to write him off by calling this person the next Shah Rukh Khan. Isn't that something? So, and look at it. He takes a 4.5 year break and comes back.
You have the top 5 actors, right? And I think they have remained at the peak of their power for a very fundamental reason, is because they connect to masses like nobody else can.
Yeah.
Aaj kahin pe bhi chale jao, and you mentioned Shah Rukh Khan, Akshay Kumar, you mentioned Salman Khan, Ajay Devgan, Amir Khan, Hrithik Roshan. Everybody knows them or of them in one form or the other, right? It's because they have made the effort to connect to these people, and it's just not just about sort of movies. It's about going out there. The amount of effort they put in during city tours and meeting everybody, shaking hands. I've traveled with one of these people, and literally that man has stopped at the airport to click every autograph, every selfie out there, that where people came in sort of like a tsunami. And I said, aren't you tired? He's like, but I live for this. Actors fundamentally, what they want is admiration, right? They want acceptance from the fans. And I think that's what these guys are doing.
What we all saw happen with the Pushpa launch in Bihar right now.
Patna.
SRK did that ages ago. And because, this entire generation understands what it means to be on ground. You can be virtually there and everything, but also understand, I mean, yes, a lot of people on the B2C centers are also virtually available, but it's not necessary we'll connect with you there. That visual of SRK doesn't go out of my head when he went to Patna.
So, in talking about is this phenomenon of cross-pollination of talent that's happening within multiple fraternities, right? You suddenly have movies where there's a Surya and a Bobby Deol acting together. You have a movie.
Cross-pollination, they're not bees.
I mean, it's people working who have really made their careers working in a certain regional fraternity are actually working with others. So they are actors.
But it's not now, Akshay.
It happened back in the day. I mean, it's happened with
It never
Na
stopped
Kanun, it's happened
happening.
with all those
It
films.
never stopped
First of all,
happening.
ये ना तुम लोग नॉर्थ साउथ करना बंद
हाँ,
कर दो.
North South
seriously.
कहाँ कर रहा हूँ
एक
मैं?
देश एक इंडस्ट्री,
100%.
right? I will sit there and watch Surya Rai Potru and think Surya is a great actor.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Thala Ajit fan. I love Vijay. I love Rajni sir. And this is me sitting and saying technically from the north. I'm sure there are other fans who are sitting in the south and think that about Varun Dhawan, Siddharth Malhotra, Akshay Kumar, Shah Rukh Khan and everybody else out there. ये नॉर्थ साउथ क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन, ये पिक्चर साउथ से आई है, उनका नंबर बड़ा है, ये सब बंद कर देना चाहिए.
करता कौन है गौतम?
हम लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं. I don't know
हम लोग
करता
नहीं
है.
कर रहे हैं,
I am
genuinely.
again not in the favor of this.
But here's the thing, we're talking about marketing and PR. I'm talking about how these two functions are chasing this amazing thing that's been happening for a while. I mean, अब ये situation हो गई है कि आप एक हिंदी फिल्म को जो हिंदी हार्टलैंड में मार्केट करते थे या PR करते थे, now you suddenly because of this have to go and run campaigns in Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Telangana, Punjab, Bengal.
Campaign. The film's toxic. There are enough speculation stories out there. The film's
The
name is
name of the
toxic.
film is toxic.
Yeah. And any other thing I can't confirm because everything is speculation and everything. There are actors who are casted in the film from different regions of the country and let's just say different industries as you are specifying. We've not made a single announcement. We are not saying हमारी pan Indian movie है क्योंकि हमने एक actor इधर से लिया, एक actor इधर से लिया, एक actor इधर से लिया.
And the fact is fans drive everything. Today,
Yeah.
Allu Arjun has fans in the north. He has fans outside this country.
Yeah.
Our movies are going to Japan for God's sake. And Rajni sir started that ages ago, right? I mean, he was the first sort of
The craze in
Indian actor
Malaysia for
phenomenon
him and
And
everything.
Malaysia
yeah,
and Japan.
Malaysia, Singapore, all of that. Yeah.
So again, I don't see this as cross-pollination. I think it's about talented people coming together on a project. It happens to come from our country and rightfully so it deserves to go global. I think we should now start saying pan global as a word.
What about taking this journey global? And when I say global, I mean not the Indian diaspora in the UAE or North America or the UK and Australia. How do we, and the tools that will really carry the euphoria around our actors, around our cinema will be our marketing, our communication. How do you think can we really break that glass ceiling and take Indian cinema global in the truest sense by taking it to people who are not of Indian ethnicity?
I think,
You've seen Agnipath?
yeah.
Of course.
Mr. Bachchan, you know what he tells that guy who comes to meet him in the hospital, saying pagar badhao, right? If you want to create global content, first let's get and pay our writers better, pay our technicians better, pay our actors better and everything. And let's figure out funding sources that can help you create a movie. Today, the fact of the matter is that to create $1 billion Maverick, you're spending anywhere between what, $300-400 million
Easily.
as cost of production. We don't have that kind of money in India right now.
From the point of view of PR and digital marketing, your wish list, the top 3 things you want to see happening to this next generation of actors for them to bloom in the way they really should.
I think they should be working hard and not just from a in front of the camera perspective, but also behind the camera perspective. The remaining 2 Mandavi can delete.
Stop making content based on what the WhatsApp forward is going to be like or the virality of the content. Make the content because it's good to watch. Cinema in India is essential. Content is essential because we don't go to operas, we don't go to painting exhibitions, we don't watch theatre at that level. What is our escape in this country? It is cinema.
Always, yeah.
It is cinema. And yes, for the last 3-4 years, it has also been the OTT platforms giving you that comfort to be at home or watch it on your phones. Let's give them content. Let's just stop being stingy about things and give me really bad contrasted movies. I don't know what happened to your color palette. And Please give me content that I don't have to forward on WhatsApp. वो तो मैं वैसे ही रील में देख लूँगी ना. आप मुझे मूवी दे दो.
Not content like this
Yeah.
podcast. Good content.
Yeah, this is great content, by the way. I
You
feel.
speaking.
I feel it's a great content. Please.